Hello, I'm back. Y'all probably wondering where I've been at. Well, I've been busy. I think my last video was when winter break happened. Well, this may be my actually, I don't need to know that. It's kind of personal business, but yeah, it's been a while. So y'all probably wonder what I'm making a review of. I'm making a review of Scream. Yeah. I just want to get some things out of the way first, though. Big. I hope this is gonna be a big year for me. There's a lot of good movies coming out. Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Batman, Doctor Strange, Morbius, and honestly, more than just Marvel, like Jurassic World, Top Gun, and so on and so on. So, just want to get that out of the way. You're gonna get a lot of videos this year, but also, I need to know. I gotta go for the end of this year. I want to reach at least either 100 subscribers or at least 150 subscribers. No, I'm not trying to aim for like no millions or thousands. No, slow, gradual process. Hoping that I can get 100 subscribers, and at least hope I can get 1,000 views by the end of the year. I'm on my way to 1,000 views. I think I got like 500 views so far. So actually, maybe not even 500 views. I probably got about like 200, 300 views on my channel so far. But just to get that out of the way, these are my goals for the year. Yeah, I'm not a Chicago Bulls fan. I'm a Celtics fan. You're probably wondering why I got a hat on. My hair looks like a hot mess, so not trying to get roasted. Why I look like I'm finna talk about some straight gossip. I'm not a gossip talker. If I was a gossip talker, though, I'd be the best gossip talker there ever was. That's not the point. All right, today's review. We're doing Scream 2022, the sequel. These movies when they just have Scream and not nothing else, kind of confused. But we're doing the sequel to the Scream series. As you know, it came out in 2022. It's directed by Matt Benatelli Open and Tyler Gillette. Man, that is a hard name to say. I hope I ain't butchering your name, brother. And it brings back our precious final girl, Sydney Prescott, and other new faces, as I'll talk about in the movie. We're gonna start it off. So in the first part of the scene, we see. Let me just tell you something. A lot of these names gonna be a little messy. We're gonna change it up this time. Instead of me just doing a whole summary of the movie, we're gonna change it up this time. We're gonna give my review do different parts of the scene. So first up, we're gonna do the first scene, which is Sam's sister, Tori. Yeah, Tara. We're gonna do that scene. I liked it. I liked the first scene. It actually had me involved too. I was also guessing who was like when they asked the question of who was the two killers, and she said Billy. I was like, yeah, Billy and Billy. That's it. No, Billy and Stu. How do you not forget that? And just one thing before I say it, why did we get Stu in this? I wanted Stu in this. Matthew Lillard. Man, I wanted to see Matthew Lillard crazy self in here. I mean, happy we got Billy, but could have did like a flashback to Billy. I mean, we got a guy playing Billy. I mean, God, dog it, a guy playing Stu. But that's it. A guy playing him, not the real deal, man. This feel like Scooby Doo. This feel like Scoob all over again. A role Matthew Lillard should be in. And, come on, bruh. It was a movie. You could have brought him back just for the movie scene. It's not like he was. It's whatever. That's not the point though. First scene, it was great. It got you enticed in the movie, and it called back to the original, which was the first ever Drew Barrymore scene where she got killed by Ghostface. But it put a twist on it with the adding of nowadays technology, with the locked doors, using an iPhone instead of the landline phone. At first I thought it was gonna be like a new thing where they'd be like. First thing out of the way, I'm happy it wasn't like Chucky 2019, because that right there was. They did not have to make that all technology. This did not. I like how I kind of thought he was gonna call on the phone, but I like how it went to the landline. I also but now that I realized to watch the movie, I kind of realized why he didn't kill Amber in the first place, because she was a she was a accomplice. But yeah, great scene, and I thought she killed her. I ain't gonna lie. I told him I went to the movie theater earlier, and I said she probably dead now. And then actually, on the show she was live. I'm like, wow, She's not dead. Impressive. So then we get to the hospital scene. So that's all right, babe. I like how we introduced them friend group. As you know, the 3 rules. One, never trust a love interest. 2, every killer has a motive tied to the past. And 3, the killer's in a tight knit friend group. So they introduced the tight knit of friend groups that we will be throughout the old movie we will look for clues and things that happen and body movements and stuff to see who's the killer. Hey, at the end I'm gonna show ya. I got one of them right though. No, yeah, I got them one right, and I'm gonna show you when I got it right. All right. So the hospital scene, I like it. It introduces our characters. So we got, we got Wes, we got Amber, we got Chad, we got Richie, who is of course Sam's boyfriend, and we also got Liv. That is our and Mindy, my fault. That is our friend group. Now I know y'all probably like, he's missing over the scene at school. Not that important to the movie. Now we're talking about the hospital scene. Then after the hospital scene, we get the the scene where she gets attacked by a Ghostface. Now through this, I'm gonna try to guess, cause they tell you who the killers are, but at the same time they don't tell you like who did the killing. So also I'm gonna be figuring out who did the killing. So in the first scene, my most who was I think? Okay, I got it. So I think the first scene, it was a recording of Amber. I'm guessing like Amber had somebody outside record her in the window. Maybe it was like, Richie. Richie was probably recording her through the window. It was a recording, and then kind of like Michael Myers style. And then it was Amber who killed because Richie was in the other city with Sam. And then who attacked Sam? I think that was Richie because as you saw earlier, Amber was at the sheriff deputy, and he said he was watching Netflix, but he was in the same hospital as her, and plus he didn't leave the room, right? Man, my memory is foggy, but I think he was the one in the hospital. Next up, we got our killer, we got everything. Now we gotta find out who we know, and that's where we introduce back Dewey. Dewey. Now, I did not have to do my boy Dewey like that, man. Oh, let me tell you one thing about this movie, dog. Now look, I've been watching horror movies for the longest time, ever since I turned like 9 or 10, and I know all the horror movie cliches, but I ain't gonna lie. The cliches kind of made me mad at this movie. I know it's gotta contain the line of like, cliche horror movies, but at the same time, kind of hoping that they would make smart decisions. Not a lot of smart decisions here. I mean, walking like 2 inches away from the killer, that's not really smart. Or like not going upstairs when you clearly see that the serial killer was in front of the door. Most people would like run upstairs and lock themselves in the door with a weapon. So in case he comes up and try to break through the door, boom, he hit the door. He's boom. That's easy. I know it's a she, but still. So then we meet Dewey. He's watching Gale on the TV. I know, man. So hey, move on to other pictures. So then they come to visit, and like I just gave you the rules, he explains the rules to them. But he also asks, "Hey, can you come?" No, he can't. He's not trying to die this time. If only he knew. If only he knew. So then we show Dewey talking to guess who's back for the sixth movie, Sydney. I know she getting sick of this. I can't say the other word, but I know she's sick of this stuff. I mean, how many times she be stabbed? How many times she gotten hit? I know her body must be unbreakable at this point. Jesus, man. God, dog, I bet you she see a ghost. She can see a guy in a ghost costume and proceed to jack him up kung fu style. God, dog. But like I said, he calls her and she ain't moved on. She in a nice new city. She got 2 kids and a husband. I'm happy for her. Too bad she got to come back to this town though. So Dewey tells her, and then Dewey comes out of retirement to go help out with the case. And so we get to the house, and then where we get an ideal of what the killer's motive is. Oh, sorry, forgot the money motive. Sam's, she's Billy's daughter. Yeah, I said the same thing. Excuse me. uh, it's been a while since I watched the first Scream, but God, I did not know he had a daughter. And I was like, but it also explains why the heck Richie didn't leave. Cause that was me. I'm gone. My girlfriend tell me she the daughter. Like that's like me finding out that my girlfriend is the freaking daughter of Ted Bundy. I'm gone. Out of there. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to split our ways. I ain't trying to get murdered in the middle of the night. I'm good. I'm fine. Very fine. But now I know why. Cause as you know, come to find out, we'll talk about that in a minute. So then we get to the house. Of course, we explain the rule, and then also our our character Mindy explains requel. I've never in my life heard a requel. I've heard a prequel and I've heard a sequel. I've never heard of a wequel. But it's a reboot, but it's a sequel. So like she explained, you can't reboot the franchise because people would get mad. But at the same time, sequels, people get mad that you carry on the franchise a long time. So we'll do a requel. We'll reboot it, but at the same time, it'll continue down the same storyline. So like we'll have a new cast members and stuff. But it will continue down the same storyline of Ghostface Killers and include all the same stab movies. And by her standards, they all thought that Sam was the killer, which made her intensely mad, and she started driving. So she gets out of there and starts driving crazy and almost crashes. Then we get her in a scene with her and Billy talking, and Skeet Ulrich, psychopath material. I mean, crazy hair, bloody shirt and all, just being crazy again. I just imagine they called him back and said, "Hey, Skeet, we'll pay you $5 million to act like a psychopath again. You in?" "You're darn right I am." So bad. So next we get is Deputy Judy, and we get Deputy Judy Hicks and her son Wes Hicks. So we get I like this part in this. I like this part in the I like this part in the show. I mean in the movie. So it's a lot of jump. It's a lot of like suspense. First, we're gonna talk about Judy's death. So she tells her son we're getting sushi. Which, come to find out, a funny thing is, mom when she said she was getting sushi, I was in a movie theater with my mom, and she said, "Man, now I want some sushi." And I said, "You want some sushi?" Yeah, she said, "Yeah." And next thing you know, after the movie, we go get some sushi. So yeah, scream. Then they ain't impressed. They ain't made up my dinner for tonight. I ate sushi and rice. Thank you, Scream. Probably went ahead and figured out what my dinner was gonna be tonight. Thank you for that. But back to the point. So she starts driving, and next thing you know, "Hello, Judy." I can't do the Scream voice. Trying to bit. "Hello, Judy." So then she starts driving, and then she starts to realize that, oh my God, her son is in danger. So then she starts hauling it back. I mean, driving at the speed of light. She driving like she freaking Kyle Busch in a NASCAR Daytona 500. Speeding down the demon. She started running up the stairs. She gonna save her son right in the gut. I mean, like right in the gut. Also, next question. Where the heck was anybody? It was freaking, what, 4:34 in the freaking afternoon, and no one saw this woman getting straight gutted on her driveway. What, dude? I'm guessing she must got some bad beef with her neighbor. I just imagine some neighbor walk out like, what a nice day. Holy crap, is that Judy getting gutted by Ghostface? You know what? That's what she get for berating my cat the other day. I'm gonna let her die. Like, I just imagine. What the heck? Dang. See, that's why you gotta be good to your neighbors, or you can get straight gutted and they will just look at you and be like, "That's what you get." So, next thing you know, we show Wes. Now, I won't lie. I had a theory. I thought that Wes had killed his mom when she came back up, and he went in the shower, washed off his blood, and made it seem like he was actually good. That theory was very quickly shut down as he got absolutely just right through the zoom. I like the jump. I like the jumps though. It wasn't like jump scares, but it was suspension building. Like every time it would be like a closet open and he closed it, you would expect Ghostface be there, but he wasn't. Then they did the fridge, he wasn't. Then he did open the door, he wasn't. But then he opened up the front door and he closed it. It's like, oh, no one there. Boom, Ghostface, shh, right there. Boom. Oh, one thing about the kills in here. Woo. Oh, what's wrong? They were brutal, like brutal. I mean, especially when Dewey died. I mean, I felt that in my soul, and not emotional. I'm talking about physical. I mean, he just, I said, I thought I was getting gutted right along. Woo, that hurt. I mean, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. I can't even describe how much I was hurt. Hurt me inside. But back to the point. Oh, I want to say something, and it made me so excited when I saw. I almost I felt like I was watching Andrew and Toby again. Speaking of that, I'm so sorry I didn't make a Spider-Man No Way Home review. I messed up, but that's not the point. Dead Meek, James A. Janice, James and Chelsea. Find it funny that today I just watched Zoran's first Dead Meat kill count, and I did not expect I was going to see James until freaking the summer. Come to find out, I saw him today. And they had a fake YouTube channel. They were talking about Stab. James, I was wondering how he get free access to the Scream House. That's out. They got him for the movie. I'm just imagining Scream people and called them like, hey, we need you to make a cameo. I know a lot of people are going to notice you, so we want to make a cameo. Sure. I know James was just gleaning. I just know James was just gleaning joy when that happened. He probably was like, yes. I'm happy for boy. He didn't make it big. Almost would make me tear. Oh, Lord Jesus, I ain't just cut out a part of the movie talk about James. Don't worry about it. He's my favorite horror movie killer. Actually, he's the main reason why I even focus on horror movies. Probably without him, I wouldn't give a lick about horror movies. But thanks to James, I know so many horror movies that I have never even heard of. And also, he's probably one of the reasons why I'm not even feared about horror movies. I'm going to tell you that too. I'm not scared of horror movies. Like, I can get like straight suspense and jump scared on it. I would just sit there and probably, the only thing you'll get on me is the eye flinch. You'll probably get like that's it. Nothing else. Like, you expect me to go, nah, you ain't getting it. You're going to be very disappointed, Buck. Alright, back to this movie. So then we get Sam, and then we get a sorry about that, wrong thing. So then we get Sam, and she finds out that sadly Wes and his mom died, and she's gutted. But then she finds out that, nope, Ghostface doesn't give you the time to get sad, cause now you gotta go save your sister. As come to find out, Ghostface at the hospital, and he's ready for killing. So of course she and Dewey starts hauling it to the hospital, and this is the scene where I found out that I think that Richie is the killer. And you wanna know how I found it out? Easy. Why was he at the hospital, though? Why was he at the hospital? No one else was there. And if you remember earlier in the movie, they had said it was going to put on a secret down level. So no one knows where she is except for close people. Right? And he was there. And all her friends was in other places, right? That's where I started to think, like, I think I got myself a killer down. I ain't gonna lie though. There was a point in the movie I was like, maybe he ain't the killer. Boom. I said, God dog, that got me right back immediately. So then we get the scene. So yeah, I love it. They made us think that he wasn't the killer for a second. He took a lot of bruises in this. He wanted to make sure that he wasn't the killer though. That's for sure. He was, but and here's the maddest part about this. My boy Dewey, he came in and fight strong as ever. I mean, he was defending himself. He got some shots in him. I mean, like, yes, sir, Dewey to the day. And then he does the most dumbest thing I've ever in my life seen. He walks over, stands 2 feet, you see how the distance from me and this camera was like 2 feet? That's how close he was. And then phone rings. The next thing you know, first of all, Dewey, stand like a COVID-19. Stand 5 feet away. 5 feet. You act like that gun has a range of 2 feet. That gun got a maximum of 6 or 7. You stand your butt back, you raise up, and you pop like 5 rounds into the head. Then you unmask. Jesus Christ. they did us wrong. And then first of all, and then if he was 6 feet, even if he got distracted by the phone, Ghostface wouldn't have had enough time to go hurry up grab him, because he would have been able to pull up the gun and boom, 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 5 times. 6 feet away. Dewey would have been alive if he would have been smart, use his brain, and stop and use 6 feet away. Dang, I understand they had to do it for story purposes, but God gave you this for a reason. But back to but then, we get a sad scene from Gail finding out that Dewey died. It was heartbreaking. I'm gonna tell you this right here. I sighed about 5 times in that movie. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a chump for emotional scene. I'm not a sucker for emotional scenes. I'm just telling you that right now. I mean, I am, but horror movies. I'm not looking for emotional scenes. I'm looking for some bad mamma jamma stuff happening in there. I can't cuss if you're wondering. So, what happened next? Yes. So then the next part is Sydney comes back to town after hearing the death of Dewey, but Sam ain't having none of it. She said, "Nope, I'm trying to get up out of here." She grabs, she said, nope. She grabs Tara and she dips the nope out of there. I mean, her and Richie just zoop, out of there. But no. The movie can't end there. Richie got the plan though, so he steals Tara's asthma, and he convinces him to go back and get the asthma. Clever. So then we got the final scene, the party at the original Scream house, and it looks just the same when Billy and Stu went crazy. So then we have a big party, and then we get a basement scene. We get a basement scene between Amber and Mindy, and ain't gonna lie, I probably should have thought Amber did it. Cause man, she was definitely giving off some serial killer vibes there, man. I mean, real crazy. I mean, like, I was just in there like, I hope no goddamn. I gotta think about it sometimes. Some people who play in horror movies, you gotta think about their partners, right? I mean, like, imagine you date this person, you see this, and you see them acting like this in a movie. You gotta be like, this don't come natural. Unless this is some natural talent. She got some experience, or he got some experience. I imagine how people was when they watched like people were masterful. Watch Bill Skarsgård performance. That had to be horrifying. I imagine that was horrifying. So yeah, you gotta wonder, like, man, she was crazy, right? Just wonder if you see like a jump cut to me talk about the last thing, the next thing. I got distracted for a reason, so I cut it out. Just go ahead and let you know from the future me. Alright, so next thing you know, they go back to the ad, and he go back up, and I ain't been talking about a lot, but Chad, who I didn't know was actually played by Cuba Gooding's son. Yeah, I did not know Cuba Gooding had a son. That was the news to me. I guess I'm still too young to learn a lot of things. I knew he looked familiar, but I didn't know. But the thing is, Chad, he thinks that his girl, who's Liv, is a kind of killer material, and she bails on him. So then he goes out to look for her. And Chad, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the things happening in the movie, he was the smartest. I ain't gonna lie. He did not go all the way in the bush. I mean, he went pretty far, but not all the way. And then even then, he ran. Even if I understand he had the right leg, but he ran. Even though not as fast as you probably should have, but he ran. He was running. He threw the phone. Ghostface, I don't know. Ghostface must have a freaking very intelligent mind, 'cause he did not buy that for a second. He or she, no, she did not buy that for a second. God, this is confusing. All right, we're gonna skip over a little of this because this ain't really part until they evacuate the party to make sure that she don't get. All right, we're here. And then we get the final scene where we get Mindy sitting on the couch and she's watching Stu on the couch, and then next thing you know, it's the same parallel scene, two different ghost faces, but same scene. And I mean, in this point, I want to say it is. Oh crap, this is kind of hard. I want to say at this point it is Richie, because Richie went that way to go down to the basement. You also got to think Mindy got saved, because she would have went down there with Richie, she most likely would have died. So good thinking. She was the smartest character in that movie. Thank God. Ugh. Ooh, that movie gonna make me mad. How many stupid decisions there were. But yes, all right. So yeah, we find out, and then everybody gets together and like, "Who's the killer? Who's the killer?" And then Liv's like, "I'm not the killer. I'm not the killer." And then we find out who's the killer is, and it's like, "Oh my God, it's Amber." I mean, blew a big old hole in her head. Boom, one shot. God dog. So then we find out one at least. My fault about that one. My fault about that one. We found out who one killer was, and then we've spanned out through the house, and God dog, talk about a way to leave your sister. Jesus, I mean, she just dipped out of. I mean, your sister like kind of crippled right now, right? Why not just leave her with the killer? Smart. That's not the point though. The point is that they go down in the basement, and then Sam gets really suspicious of Richie. I mean, she's not trusting him. She tells him to stay here. She did not trust that man for a second. I think at that point she knew that he was probably the killer, because we're gonna talk about later. So Sydney and Gail, they into the party, and Amber tries to come out sell a fake, but come on, you can't fake out the pros. They buy that in the meantime. She's like, screw it. And then she shoots Gail. Come on, you gonna try to trick someone who done lived this 5 times? Are you stupid? That was never gonna work. Then Sydney shoots her. She misses though, man. Next thing you know, we go in the house and we see Sydney go and investigate, and then she shoots the wall, and then she shoots the door down, and then come to find out it's Richie hiding in the wall. But you also gotta ask, how did he manage to travel from the basement to up there? I didn't ask myself that, but now I'm starting to think about it. So then next thing you know, Ghostface pops out, and then Amber pops out in the Ghostface costume. She pops out in the Ghostface costume. They start tumbling down, and then all of a sudden you thinking that, and it was in the moment where I thought like maybe Richie ain't the killer. Nah, they got you for a second. I thought that, but nope. Come to find out, him and Amber. Yeah, yeah. In the long run, okay. I'm gonna talk about they bring everybody to the kitchen except for Tara. She's out. We'll talk about it in a minute. But come to find out, those two were kind of dating. And they've been planning this for the whole long. They got mad at the fandom, and they hated the movie. They got mad at the fandom, so decided to create their own movie. So these two then planned out this whole murder thing. They knew what happened. They knew about Sam's backstory and all that. So they decided. So Richie went out and manipulated Sam by dating her and stuff, and to trick her to come back. And so Amber went to try to kill Tara, but didn't kill Tara because she knew that if she killed Tara, I mean Sam was like, it's kind of iffy, but you know what I'm saying. Like pretty much, it was all a big plan to get every single person back. It was, and they killed Dewey to bring back Sydney because they knew that she wanted to come back unless someone she really really loved died, which was Dewey. So you think that all's lost, and then they come to find out, Tara, you lifesaver. She starts beating down on Amber. Bam, bam, bam with the crane, and then boom, that gives Sam enough time to get the jump on Richie. Then we got an all-out brawl. Man. So Sam goes looking for Tara. Amber goes to the kitchen. Richie goes into the living. Well, actually the front. So first we're gonna digress it. So first up. So, just want to tell you, Tara's out of this scene. Amber just chucks her over the couch and she's gone. She'll be back for later. So, first we'll talk about the kitchen scene. Man, we get a full-on girls fight. I can't do a graphic like James, but it'll be have to do. We get a full-on girls fight between Sydney Prescott, Gail Weathers, and Ghostface, played by Amber. And then all-out brawl. And then I remember when the scene first started, I said, set her on fire. Boom. End of the scene. Doused alcohol on her face, stole on the stove. Boom! Set on fire. Let's go. And then like, will you do the honors? You've earned it. Will you do the honors? You've earned it. Gail gets to shoot that punk who killed Dewey. So then we go to another scene. This is yeah. Okay. So Richie gets the jump on Sam. Richie, they fall down the steps. Sam's crawling for a knife. You think it's about to end. Richie's about to kill her. And then all of a sudden, she sees the image of her. Never thought I'd say that, but we got a father-daughter moment with a serial killer. That sounds so weird to say, but yeah. Got a father-daughter moment with serial killers. Next thing you know, he's like, You just got one rule. Yeah, what is that? Never mess with the daughter of a serial killer. You know, kind of suspicious that she was the daughter of a serial killer the whole movie. Yeah, she's definitely the daughter because she stabbed that man like she is a pro. I mean, she was. I mean, she was going in. I remember saying to myself after that scene, like, "You sure she ain't a? You sure there ain't a third Ghostface killer in this?" She scared me. I was like, definitely do not want to date her because she is most definitely going to stab me to death. And she's very, very efficient at this. I mean, precision strikes. And then the last scene is like, what about my movie? Man, screw your movie. But she said in a more darker way. She mad. She ain't playing no games, Buck. Sure she ain't a serial killer? Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch out for her. She dangerous. So then everybody comes together. We think it's all over. Boom, and I like how they ended. They still kept the trooper that they never die. They kill Richie, and you think, oh, it's over. Boom, Amber comes coming in. Right in the head by Tara. Tara's just like, I'm sick of this. So then the movie ends. You know, we get a little heart scene. We find out that Chad didn't die. He's still alive. I thought he died. Let's go. The cousins survived. Unlike the uncle did, sadly. But the cousins survived. We get a happy ending. Gail and Sidney get to live in peace, not having to deal with Ghostface until another 10 years. And then Sam gets to go on her sister starting like the end. So now I'll give my rating of the movie. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. It was good. It provided the requel was going for. The only thing, look, I'll be like, I had a good time. The only thing that made me not like it was the dumb decision. Now I know you're probably like, really, you're mad over the things that horror movies were built off. Yes, because I would have thought like, you know, nowadays they would have kind of tuned it up with like maybe they are a little smarter than they used to be. Nah, that's still kind of dumb. But, hey, was it worth the dollars I paid for it? Yes. That's because I used T-Mobile Tuesday. I am nowhere near sponsored by T-Mobile Tuesday, so don't even ask. But, yes, that has been my review of Scream 2022. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and remember to press subscribe. Hit the notification button so you can get notified in the next video I post. And believe me, guys, I'm not going to go ghost on you like I did with the Hawkeye series. I will be back. Either when Morbius comes out Morbius comes out in 2 weeks. Be ready. Actually, I think Morbius comes out, when does Morbius come out? I think Morbius comes out this week. Either this week or next week. Whichever. I'm ready. I'm going to see it, and you're going to immediate. I'm so excited to see that. And I guess I'll give you like a quick top 5 anticipated movies I'm ready to see. I'll just name off 5 in no particular order. Batman, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, Jurassic Park, Morbius, and there was another movie that I was very excited to see. I can't name it. But hey, if you like this video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you, and I'm not saying be good people like that. I'm saying have a nice day.